Welcome to my channel if you are new, or welcome back if you've been here before. Happy September, happy officially first day of fall. Actually, it'll probably be the third day of fall by the time you see this, but either way, it is September now. It is socially acceptable to drink pumpkin in our coffees, which is what I'm doing right now. We can wear sweaters even though it's still kind of warm outside. Since the transition between summer and fall are so drastically different, one of my favorite things to do at the beginning of fall or the beginning of September is to transfer over all of my clothing, all of my Bath & Body Works scents, all of my makeup, and just fallify everything in my house so that way I feel like I am seasonally relevant within my home. And I do need to go shopping. So today what I wanted to do was share with you some of my fall favorites and my fall 2021 wish list. So make sure you grab your hot drink and let's get started on this list. If you love fall just as much as I do, you definitely are going to want to subscribe to my channel by clicking that red button down below, because this year I'm going to be laying it on thick with all the cozy fall aesthetic content, but I do also enjoy posting decluttering and cleaning as well as Bath & Body Works videos. So the second floor set of fall has just been released from Bath & Body Works just a few days ago, and with it came a couple of new fragrances in the 3-wick candles that I'm really interested in trying. And the 3 that I'm really interested in trying are the Old Fashioned Cider Donut, Caramel Brulee Latte, and Pumpkin Cinnamon Bun. Now, the Old Fashioned Cider Donut, I did get a chance to smell it just briefly while I was working one day at Bath & Body Works, and to me it smells very similar to my all-time favorite fall candle, Cider Lane. It's very, very similar. When I smelled it cold, it was predominantly a caramel apple smell, but I think there was a little bit of that kind of baked yeast dough smell in there as well, and I bet that note will come out more when you burn it as well. I have not smelled the Caramel Brulee Latte at all yet, but it's got very cute packaging. There it is up there. And then also the Pumpkin Cinnamon Bun, I did get to smell it cold a little bit, just very briefly, and it also smells very cinnamony and pumpkiny, and I'm just so excited. So those are the 3 scents I want to try that are brand new. But in terms of my favorites for fall, I already mentioned Cider Lane is my top favorite, which is funny because I'm a pumpkin girl, and then my top favorite ends up being an apple scent. But Cider Lane, I think if I were to have to narrow it down, Cinnamon Caramel Swirl is probably in my top 3. It's just kind of the epitome of fall. It's what I think of when you think of like sweet, cozy, comforting, warm, caramely smells, I guess. It's just like the perfect embodiment of that, and so it's just classic to me. And then I think the third favorite, and this one goes almost more into the body care for me, but Marshmallow Pumpkin Latte is definitely in my top rotation. I wear the body care of it every year, and whenever I do see a candle of it, I usually tend to snag one of those because they are so good. And I love it too because it's less about the spice. Cinnamon is almost in every single Bath & Body Works autumn candle, but in this one, it's more about the marshmallow, vanilla, kind of like the cozy scent. So that's why I really love that one, because it's just a little bit different than the other pumpkin candles. Something else that is both a favorite and on my wish list for fall 2021 is some Meyers Cleaners. So I use these every year. I especially love the seasonal fragrances they come out with. I'm not as into florals, so spring and summer I kind of diddle and dawdle between Mrs. Meyers and then maybe some other brands like Method or even just like Fabuloso or whatever. My favorite Mrs. Meyers scents are the seasonal ones, which you can only get for a limited time. So my favorite, absolute favorite, is the apple cider scent, and it looks like this up there. That one's the best of all of the seasonal fragrances, in my opinion. I must have a thing for caramel apples because it kind of is like a caramel apple smell, and it smells similar to Cider Lane as well. So I do need to buy more of that in both the multi-surface spray and the dish soap. Now, I also love the rosemary scent. I don't think that one's even necessarily a seasonal fragrance for them, but rosemary, like the smell of the kind of herbaceous, more earthy scent, reminds me of Thanksgiving, and so I like to use that more in the later months of fall. So I need that both in the multi-surface spray and the dish soap. Now, there are 2 fragrances that I have not tried yet. Now, one is brand new as of this year, and it's called Pear Tree. It looks like that above. And I really want to try this scent because they have another one that's called Acorn Spice, and I like it okay, but it has kind of like a woodsy note that kind of makes me feel like, I don't know, there's just something about it that's too musky that I'm not as into for my own personal preference. So I would rather find another replacement scent for that one that I use instead of the Acorn Spice. So I've got my apple cider, my rosemary, and then the Pear Tree I have high hopes for because I do like fruity scents a lot as well, especially if they're like autumnal fruits. And then there's another fragrance that I haven't tried before, but it's through Grove Collaborative. I've never made a purchase through Grove Collaborative, surprisingly enough. I feel like everybody has at this point who has, especially people who have like cleaning channels and stuff. But they have a Grove Collaborative exclusive fragrance called just straight pumpkin. It's just pumpkin. So I really wanted to try one of those and see if I can get my hands on that fragrance. So those are the ones I would like to try. And then of course I have my favorite usuals all the time. Ulta, I have to be very careful, and I only go in there when I really, really need something. And so I like to do an Ulta order maybe once a season just to kind of get what I need makeup wise and skincare wise. There are two things from Ulta that I've never tried before, and you can let me know in the comments if you've tried them before, but there is, what's it called? Dashing Diva Gel Nail Strips. So they look like this, and there's two color sets that I really wanted. They have one called Fallen Leaves, and then they have Pumpkin Spice, and I just love the color schemes for those. Something else from Ulta that I need that I've never tried before, it's brand new as of this year, but it's this adorable little eye cream in the shape of a pumpkin. Not only is it in the shape of a pumpkin, which may or may not be the main reason why I want this, but your girl's getting old. Like, I don't own any eye cream, and I probably should at this point. So I think it's going to be my first retinol eye cream. It's called what is it called? It's by Tony Moly, and it's called the Plumpkin Retinol Eye Cream. And I've heard that retinol is really good for anti-aging and wrinkles, and no better time to start than now. I've really lately been into this brand OGX, which stands for Organics. It's the shampoo brand. I do know that they have some body washes that have really picked up some hype on TikTok and Instagram and whatever the kids are using these days. But either way, so I have currently right now as a favorite is that Hugs and Kisses set. It smells so good. So it's got notes of cotton candy and pineapple in it, and it just smells like sweet candy, and I live for it. So I'm using that right now, and it smells really good. But I was doing a little research, and I did see that they have a couple of festive limited edition fragrances. Shampoos and conditioners, I understand, should be efficacious, meaning like you should be focusing on what it does for your hair. Like if you have dry hair, getting something for moisture, or if you have curly hair, getting something good for defrizzing your curls or whatever. I can't help it. Like, I'm just so seasonal. I just choose things by fragrance, honestly. And if like the little health benefits to the shampoo matches something like I might need, I'm like, yeah, I'll get that one. Whole Blends has a couple of fun fragrances that could be considered fall fragrances. They have the maple, they have one that's like a honey one, which is nice, and they have green apple. That's kind of fall. It's a little more spring, but it's kind of a stretch. But I don't really have any like fall fragrances, and I really wanted to find something a little more autumnal for my shampoo and conditioner. And so these limited OGX shampoo and conditioners I thought would be really great for that, because they're like based more on like baked goods, and I'm using Marshmallow Pumpkin Latte in the shower right now. I want something that would smell like a sweet dessert to go with that. So they have Frosted Sugar Cookie, and then they have another one that it's a little more Christmas, but I do apple cider in the fall and then hot cocoa in Christmas time. So this one is sparkling cider. And I just think that those would smell so good because of how much I love those Hugs and Kisses ones. I just imagine them smelling like that, except like more autumnal. And so I'm really excited to try those if I can snag some. The only other category I have is the other category. So I'm not as much into pumpkin spice flavored as I am pumpkin pie flavor. So I used to be a barista at a local coffee shop. Here's the secret to the best pumpkin coffee. Pumpkin pie sauce, not syrup, but sauce, made by Da Vinci. It's right here. You can buy it through their website. You can also buy it on Amazon, I believe. And so that stuff is the best. If you love pumpkin, but you're not as into like cinnamon in coffee, which is kind of me, I'm more into the pumpkin flavor, marshmallowy flavor. That is the stuff. It is so good. So I need to buy myself like a tub. I know it's a little steep. It's like $20 or maybe $15 or something like that for a big tub, but it does go a long way. Like that will get me through probably 2 falls or like a fall and Christmas, especially if I'm making them for my family members and stuff. So I would like to buy one of those. That's on my wish list this year. Another thing I'm keeping my eyes peeled for on my little autumnal radar is I'm looking for a new quilt for my bed, like a bedspread. I prefer like the thin quilts, and I especially love patchwork designs as opposed to like those big pluffy like comforters. I prefer to have those quilts. They're just more comfy to me, and I just like the way they look. Right now I have one from Country Door. I bought it through their website. They were sending me like these catalogs and stuff, and I actually saw it through a magazine and went online and purchased it a couple of years ago. The color scheme is kind of feminine a little bit. It's got yellow, light green, and like kind of a magenta-y, corally pink kind of, I guess. So I really like the one I have now, but it is starting to fade, and it's more of a spring and summer color scheme, and I'm really going more for a fall aesthetic in my bedroom. I was looking online and I saw that both Wayfair and Country Door had some really cute ones, kind of with more burnt orange, maybe some dark purple, some browns, like the more cozy colors. And I think I kind of want to switch it up and do something more like that. So that's definitely on my radar for an autumnal wish list item. So my sister, for my birthday about, I want to say 5 years ago or so, bought me this pajama set it was like a Harry Potter pajama set. It comes with the t-shirt and the sweatpants, and it's of Hufflepuff, which is my Hogwarts house. And they're starting to really have it. Like, they are my favorite. I lived in this pajama set, and it's starting to get kind of worn out, and it's looking a little ratty, I'm not gonna lie, but I love them so much. So she did buy them through Hot Topics. So I did some research, and I did find a set actually on Amazon as well. So I'm thinking I might buy a refresher set. You know, like those cartoon characters who you open their closet and it's like the same outfit over and over. That's definitely me. I'm just that way. Once I find something I really like to wear, I just like want the same thing except like in all of the colors, or even if it's the same color, like I'll buy like sometimes 2 or 3 just so I don't run out. I am always up for recommendations and suggestions when it comes to autumnal fragrances or products, so definitely let me know down in the comments below what are some of your favorite fall picks this year. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope you enjoyed this video, and I will see you next time. Bye.